Hello everyone, welcome to Toppscholars, the smart learning app. Today we are going to solve a very interesting JEE mains test. So shall we start? If ABC are in AP, then 10 raised to AX plus 5, 10 raised to BX plus 5 and 10 raised to CX plus 5 are in what? A very nice question from the chapter of sequence and series in which we use the properties of sequence. This type of questions are very frequent in JEE mains examination. Let us check the options: AP, HP, GP and obviously none of the above. Let us move with this solution. So there are many ways of solving such questions. So I will tell you a very simple way in which we put down the options. So what can be done is I can take A as 2, B as 4 and C as 6. That is your ABC which are in AP. See, 2, 4, 6 are in AP. So the trick is put down the value of X as anything because X is a random variable. I will take the value of X as 1. So 2 into 1 is 2, 2 plus 5 is 7, so 10 raised to 7 and again 4 into 1 is 4, 4 plus 5 is 9, 10 raised to 9, okay. And then C, 6 into 1 is 6, 6 plus 5 is 11. You could have taken any value of X, would have sufficed. Now we have to check whether these options are in AP, GP or HP. So it looks something like this. If this is my X, this is my Y and this is my Z. Let us just write down X into Z, that would be 10 raised to 7 into 10 raised to 11 which is nothing but 10 raised to 18 which is nothing but XZ. Simple. Let us take square root on both sides. So square root of XZ would be square root of 10 raised to 18. What is the square root of 10 raised to 18? It is just 10 raised to 9. And what is 10 raised to 9? It is Y. So root of XZ is nothing but Y. This can also be said as Y square equal to XZ. That's it. It means if we square it, it means what? X, Y, Z are in GP. That's it. So you don't need to further solve. So in such kind of questions, rather than going by the usual method, you can use this method when alphabets are there. A as 2, B as 4, C as 6 which were in AP. You could have taken any other number, still you will get the same answer. Only catch was taking the value of X. That also can be taken anything. So the correct answer to this particular question is GP. Let us check the options. Yes, GP is option C. Option C has to be correct. Check. Yes, option C is definitely fine. The normal to the curve, a very nice curve is given in terms of parametric form, always passes through a fixed point. So before looking at the options, I would like to give you a pro tip for such kind of questions. Whenever there is a question something like this, you should always check whether the curve is a circle. If the curve is a circle, we know a property of the normal to a circle. Whenever we draw a normal to a circle, it always passes through the center of the circle. So if the given curve is a circle, then the answer for such questions will be normal always passes through a fixed point which is the center of the circle. So that way it becomes very easy. Most of the times such curves are circle and sometimes it is not. Then we will have to proceed with some different procedure. Okay, calculating the equation of normal, finding out the point of intersection and so on. But if it is a circle, our task is very simple. So let us first look at the options. What are the options? So the options are 2, 2, 2, 0, minus 2, 0, 0, 2. Let us move ahead with the solution. As I have already told you, you have to check whether the given curve is a circle. So what I will do is, I will eliminate the parameter theta. How do I eliminate the parameter theta? From here if you see, x minus 2 divided by 2 is equal to cos theta, right? Simple. And from here you can see y divided by 2 equal to sin theta, correct? Now how do I eliminate theta from the equation? I will use trigonometric identity, very basic trigonometric identity. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. I will square both sides. So once I square both sides, I will get something like this, y by 2 the whole square equals cos square theta plus sin square theta. So this will be cos square theta and this will be sin square theta. As we all know, cos square theta plus sin square theta, theta being real, is always 1. So as you can see, x minus 2 the whole square upon 4 plus y square upon 4 equals 1. Let us make it into standard format. It can be written as x minus 2 the whole square plus y square can also be written as y minus 0 the whole square equals 4. So 4 can be written as 2 square. Do you recognize this? This is the standard equation of circle, which can be written as x minus h the whole square plus y minus k the whole square equal to r square. That's it. So this is the equation of circle, and the center of the circle, as you can see, is h comma k. Comparing, we get the value of h as 2 and the value of k as 0. So center of the circle, which is nothing but h comma k, is coming out to be, let me check what it is, 2 comma 0. So 2 comma 0 is the center of the circle. So that's it. If you have a circle and you are drawing a normal to the circle, it will definitely pass through the center of the circle, which in this case is 2 comma 0. So the correct answer to this particular question has to be 2 comma 0. Very easy, right? So I will tell you one more thing. In the examination of JEE mains, you do not have to take the pains of solving the equation of normal, because if you have a circle, that's it. It will definitely pass through the center of the circle. So the correct option should be option B. Let us check the answer. Yes, option B is definitely fine. Fx is given as 3x raised to 9 plus 5x raised to 3 plus 1, and f of sine inverse of sine 8 is given as P, and f of tan inverse of tan 8 is given as Q. Then what is the value of P plus Q? Okay. So first of all, we need to find out what is sine inverse of sine 8. Now for that, you need sine inverse of sine x graph. Okay. So sine inverse of sine x graph is something like this. Okay, this is the sine inverse of sine x graph. It starts from 0, goes to 2 pi, then over here it is pi, then over here it is 3 pi, then over here it will be 2 pi plus pi by 2, 5 pi by 2. Okay, then over here it is 3 pi by 2, over here it is pi by 2, and so on. I need to understand the value of x is 8. So value of x is 8 means it is where? 2 pi is 6.28, 3 pi is 3 into 3.14, 9.42, 5 into 3, 15 by 2, 7.5. It means the value 8 lies somewhere here. This is value 8. Now the equation of this line is actually, as you can see, it is having a positive intercept 3 pi and the slope is negative, so 3 pi minus x. Okay, so you can see sine inverse of sine 8 comes out to be, as x lies on that particular line, 3 pi minus x is 3 pi minus 8. Okay, so we got the value of sine inverse of sine 8 as 3 pi minus 8. Then we plot the graph of tan inverse of tan x. Tan inverse of tan x. So graph is pretty simple rather. What is the graph? So graph goes like this. Something like this. Okay. So this is my pi by 2. This is my pi. Okay. This is my 2 pi. And this is my 3 pi. Right. Okay. Now as you can see, the value 8 lies just before 3 pi. It means it will lie over here. So it is falling on this line, right? The equation of this line you just need. So what is the equation of this line? The equation is y equal to, as you can see, the intercept is going downside, so it is minus 3 pi. So minus 3 pi, and the slope is positive, so minus 3 pi plus x. That's it. So what will be tan inverse of tan 8? Tan inverse of tan 8 will be equal to minus 3 pi plus 8. It means it is 8 minus 3 pi. That's it. Okay, 8 minus 3 pi. So as you can notice clearly over here, sine inverse of sine 8 is 3 pi minus 8. I will call that value as alpha. then 8 minus 3 pi, this has to be equal to minus alpha, right, because they are exactly negatives of each other. So we got sin inverse of sin 8 as alpha and tan inverse of tan 8 as minus alpha, because this is 3 pi minus 8 and that is 8 minus 3 pi. So you can take an SS if you want to, because we will have to erase this part. So erasing this part, we got f of sin inverse of sin 8 as f of alpha, and that is coming out to be 3 alpha raised to 9, 5 alpha raised to cube and plus 1. Then the next value, this was this value which is nothing but p, right, and for this value I will have to write down f of minus alpha. So minus alpha will be 3 into minus alpha raised to 9 plus 5 into minus alpha raised to 3 plus 1, which is q, but which is coming out to be minus 3 alpha raised to 9 minus 5 alpha raised to 3 plus 1, which is equal to q. Call this as equation 1, call this as equation 2. You just have to add equation 1 and 2. When you add equation 1 and 2, the RHS is P and Q. You will add P plus Q. And when you add the LHS, see 3 alpha raised to 9, 3 alpha raised to 9 cancel, 5 alpha cube cancel, 1 plus 1, 2. So the correct answer to this question, the numerical value has to be P plus Q, which is equal to 2. Let us check whether our answer is correct. So yes, the numerical value of this particular question is 2, which is definitely fine. If the value of this combination series is NCR, then the value of n plus r can be. Options are 110, 190, 150 and 115. Okay, let us move ahead with the solution. So we have to understand that the formula for NCR is NCn minus r. This will be very widely used over here. So I will write down 100C5 as 100C95, right? Okay, that way it will be useful for me. Then I will write down 5 as 5C1 and 100C6 as 100C94. I am applying this formula of NCR equal to NCn minus r. And then after that 10 will be written as 5C2 and 100C7 will be written as 100C3. Then 10 will be written as 5C3 and 100C8 will be written as 100C92, right? And then after that this 5 will be written as 5C4 and 100C9 will be written as 100C91. And then after that I will write down 5C5 as 1 and 100C10 will be written as 100C90. So over here also I can write down 1 as 5C0. Now let us just check out the value at the bottom. 95 plus 0 is 95, 94 plus 1 is 95, 2 plus 93 is 95, 3 plus 92 is 95, 4 plus 91 is 95, 5 plus 90 is 95. The value of the bases are all equal. So I can write down this as C95 because the value of the bases after addition are all equal. Then you can write down the top values in addition as well, which is coming out to be 105. So the answer to the question is 105C95. So this can also be written as 105C NCR equal to NCn minus r. So 10595 subtraction would be 10. So as you can see NCR. So n value is 100 and phi r value is 10. So n plus r comes out to be 100 and 5 plus 10, which is equal to 115. So the correct answer to the question should be 115. Let us check with the options. So the option D is definitely fine, right? A fair coin is tossed 10 times. What is the probability that the two heads do not occur together? It's a very nice question and very tricky also. Let us check the options. 9 by 64, 11 by 64, 9 by 128 and 11 by 128. Okay. Now let us understand first thing that number of sample space would be n of s would be, as 10 coins are tossed, you can say n of s is 2 raised to 10, which comes out to be 1024. Now over here there are many cases when 0 heads are there. When 0 heads are there, all are tails, right? Am I right? When 0 heads are there, all are tails. All are tails means only one case, and in which no heads are together because there are no heads only, right? Okay, when one head is there, no two heads can be together, right? So there are how many total cases? So let us first understand that one head is there and remaining 9 are tails. So how many such cases can be there? So total is 10 factorial, out of which 9 are tails. So 9 factorial. So 10 factorial by 9 factorial would be 10. So for one head, no two heads are definitely together. So this is right, 10. But when are two heads and they do not need to be together, what will happen? There will be 8 tails, right? There will be 8 tails. So how can we proceed with this? Let us understand. So 2 heads and 8 tails. So 8 tails would be something like this: T1, T2, T3 up to T8. As you all know, there are total 8 tails and we have to put down the 2 heads such a way that they are in the gaps, right? 8 tails are going to give how many gaps? 9 gaps, and out of those 9 gaps, how many gaps are to be selected? 2 gaps. So your answer has to be 9C2. So see, linear gaps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Such 9 gaps will be given by 8 number of tails. In those 9 gaps, you are going to put 2 heads. So 9C2, so that no 2 heads are together. 9C2 we will have to solve. It comes out to be 36. Then 3 heads. So if there are 3 heads, that means there are 7 tails. 7 tails are going to give how many gaps? 8 gaps, and out of 8 gaps, how many you select? 3 heads you select. So it will be 8C3. So 8C3 you have to solve. So let me first show this. If you have 7 tails, something like this, 7 tails, then there are how many gaps? 1, 2, 3 and such 8 gaps will be there, right? Out of those 8 gaps you select 3. So 8C3 will be 8 into 7 into 6 upon 6. So it will be 56, right? So when there are 4 heads, what will happen? So when there are 4 heads, you get 6 tails also. So for 6 tails, they are going to give you 7 gaps, and out of those 7 gaps, you need to select 4 gaps. So 7C4 is your answer. So 7C4 is what? 7C3, 7 into 6 into 5 upon 6, 6 cancel, 7 into 5, 35. When there are 5 heads, what will happen? So 5 heads are going to give you 5 tails. 5 tails means 6 gaps. Out of 6 gaps, you select 5 gaps for 5 heads. So 6C5 is nothing but 6. But when there are 6 heads, what will happen? Now when there are 6 heads, there are only 4 tails. Now 4 tails are going to give you 5 gaps, and in those 5 gaps you cannot put 6 heads. So later cases are not possible. Even 7 heads, not possible, because 2 heads will always be together in 7 heads. Same goes for 8, same goes for 9, same goes for 10. So this is your number of cases. You have to just add them and you get your answer. So 1, 10, 11 and 35 is 46. 46 and 6, 52, 52 and 56 is 108, 108 and 36 is 144. So number of A comes out to be 144. Right, so probability of A would be 144 upon 1024. Let me first check whether number of A is totally fine, then we will move ahead and calculate. So 0 heads is 1, 1 head is 10, right? 2 heads is 9C2, 9 into 8 by 2, 36. 3 heads is 8C3. 8C3 is 8 into 7 into 6 upon 6. 8 into 7 is 56, right? 7C4, 7C4 is 7 into 6 into 5 upon 6, 7, 35, 65 is 6, okay. 10 plus 1, 11, 11 plus 35, 46 plus 6, 52 plus 56, 108, 108 plus 36, 144. Okay, we can calculate this now. So this can be calculated as 72 upon 512. Right, that goes by 8, I guess, right? Yes, 8. So 8 9s are, and then you can say 8 6s are, and then 8 4s are. 9 by 64 has to be the correct answer for this question. So this was a bit lengthy and a very conceptual question. So correct answer to this question is 9 divided by 64. Let us check the options. 9 by 64, option A has to be correct. Yes, fine.